the first question I have is, what was the problem you were experiencing when you first came to us?
So I think I started with you in 2022. January 2022 was when we officially started. And kind of that year leading up to that, I had decided like, I'm tired of feeling tired all the time, feeling like I can't keep up with my kids. I have 2 kids. At that time, they were much smaller, which was even harder to keep up with. So I was just tired. So I tried to make some changes on my own. I started doing some random workouts, which was great to develop that habit, but there was no like plan in place. And then I started like a carb cycling diet. And I was just like, this is not working for me. This is not leading to sustainable changes. So I had followed you on Instagram for a little bit and was like, I don't know, like you had sent me your package. And I was like, I don't know if I can do this. Like it's a big investment. And then I finally, talked to my husband and it was more of like, okay, I'm doing this. I hope that you're okay with it, but this is what I'm doing. And so, made that investment and like has paid in dividends. So happy that I decided to do that.
Love that. Yeah. Thank you for sharing that. I think a lot of women, they're there. It's like they're feeling stuck, and you had great results before you came. I think you were 20 pounds down, right? When you first joined.
Yeah, I was, but it was like, I knew that I could keep going and it would take me, that took to lose that 20 pounds took like 6 months, of me kind of like doing those random workouts and things. I was like, I need somebody who can help me focus, get a plan, and like figure out this whole nutrition thing.
Yeah. Collapse time and just take you on the direct path. Yeah. Love that. And so do you remember when we were first talking, what did I say I could do for you?
You laid out the package and you were like, basically, kind of what we just talked about, like, you've been doing a great job on your own, but like, I can get you these results so much faster. I can get you a consistent program. I can get you stronger. And that's what I really liked about you, was that you weren't like, we're going to get skinny. We're just going to lose weight. Like, no, girl, we're going to build muscle. I want you eating as much as possible while still losing weight. And that was like,
Yeah, I love that. Yeah. So it was lose weight, get strong, but in the healthiest possible way. Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah. And so what are the results that you've experienced? Because you guys, if you heard, so she came to us in January 2022. She's still with us today. So that's a year and a half. And it's been a journey, and you are so compliant, consistently compliant through moving, through job change, through so much. You've been exceptionally diligent. So I truly want to applaud you for that. It's amazing.
Thank you. I feel like one of the coolest things that I think is unique about you and your program is your focus on mindset. And like, we've had so many conversations about shifting your mindset from, the all or nothing. Like, before we started working together, if I went to a party and there was cupcakes, like I needed to eat 5 of them. It's not like I couldn't just have one or say no, so like shifting that mindset, from all or nothing to I can have some things, I can do things in balance. And that like bleeds out into so many other parts of your life.
Yeah, there are so many mindset pieces. And actually, are you okay with me sharing what we talked about on the last coaching call with where you are weight-wise and stuff like that? Okay. Yeah, ladies. So it was really interesting because we do live coaching calls, right, every week. And I had Ashley on, and then another one of our clients, her name is Kelsey. And it was funny because you guys had opposite, it was like the same goal, but opposite problem. Mentally, it's not physically. And for Ashley, it was like, correct me if I'm wrong, but it was like, I didn't know I could get here. And so she wanted to reverse diet. And I was like, wait, but why? It's, why it's not time yet. And she's been through, so we had her in a deficit. She's been through a reverse diet. She stayed at maintenance for several months, and then we went back into a deficit. And so then she was like, yeah, I think we should just go back up. It's like, no, like I see so much more results we can get. It's not time to go back up. So why do you want to do that? And it wasn't me telling her you have to do it this way. It was more me challenging her mindset. Like, why do you want to do that? And the outcome was really, well, I didn't know I could get that low. I didn't know that was possible for me. Right. And so people underestimate the mental growth that must take place through every stage of this journey. It's different. And that's part of the reason I think it's impossible to do it on your own, because you're shaping and transforming your mindset. And who's there to stretch you and pull you out of your comfort zone by yourself? Like, that's why we need mentors, not only for the correct path, but also to be like, wait, I hear you say this. Let me challenge you and bring you into this other direction. Like, that is accelerated growth for sure.
Yeah, 100%. I would have been like, let's just call, I'm tired of, dieting, which is funny because when I look at like my macros and my calories right now, I'm eating almost 1900 calories. And right now that's a deficit. Like, a year and a half ago, I was at like 1500 or 1600, and that was my deficit. So, but like that change that happens, I wouldn't have done that on my own. I just wouldn't have.
Well, and especially like, let's say the scale went up because of stress. Women get so freaked out that they slash calories. It's like, but wait, you should not have dropped your calories. That had nothing to do with food. Yeah.
Yeah.
So what would you say is the biggest shift that's happened? And I know I'm kind of going rogue now, and I was starting to ask other questions, but what would you say the biggest shift is mentally in how you see yourself? Because ladies, she came in over 200 pounds, and now, what are you at, 158, I want to say?
163-ish. Yeah. Okay. Getting there.
Super close. Yeah. So what's been that biggest shift in how you see yourself, how you feel, that type of thing?
I most days of the week, I mean, I still have days where I pick myself apart, but more often than not, I look at myself and I think, damn, I look strong. Like when I told you, I finally got back into, I've been working out from home. I got back into the gym and I was a little bit nervous, but like when I saw myself in that gym mirror, I was like, wow, like look at those biceps, like, so viewing myself as strong has been a total game changer. Just that shift in mindset from like looking at my body as like too big, fat, like just how I felt. Now I have shifted to feeling strong. It bleeds into how my kids see me, which is really cool. I have a little boy and a little girl, and both of them, are like, oh, mommy's going to the gym now. It's mommy time. Mommy's strong. Like,
yeah. And what a difference they're going to see and experience growing up, having a fit and healthy mom as a leader instead of a mom that doesn't feel good about herself, that feels just icky in their body all the time. I mean, what a drastically different upbringing. Drastically. Yeah. Love it. I was just going to ask you something, but I got totally distracted. Oh, I was going to say, ladies, she worked out from home for a year and a half and saw exceptional growth. She just joined the gym like 3 days ago. So that's amazing. It's incredible. You can get great results. It's been diligent effort week after week after week that she's been putting in. Love it. So we already talked about this, but I want to just put the straight question out there. Like, do you feel like you could have done this on your own? Looking back, hindsight being 2020, could you have gotten here on your own had you kept going?
No, not in the time that we've gotten together. Like I said, you have pushed me, you've challenged me to do more when I felt like I couldn't. If I send you a workout video and you're like, it looks like you could like be lifting a little bit heavier, or like, do you really want to cut now because you're still making really good progress? Like you've been there every step of the way to challenge me and push me more than I thought I could do.
Love it. Yes. I love that. That is the best, because I think it also helps you realize what you're really capable of. And then again, it bleeds into other areas. And actually, let's go ahead and talk about that now. So a massive life change has recently happened, right? And I believe, and I know we talked about this a little bit before, had you have not taken that step with us January 2022 to invest in yourself, this never would have happened. So share what this life change is.
Yeah, so I just got certified to be a personal trainer. So I'm a baby trainer right now. I say I want to be like Kristen when I grow up.
But not just a
Um,
trainer, you started your own company.
I started my own company. So I'm building it from the ground up right now. Never would have thought that I could do this before then. And that's what, like, talking about that mindset shift, before it was like constantly doubting myself, letting fear hold me back, from trying new things, from stepping out. So, it's not just about changing your body. It really is changing how you think, and it bleeds into every single aspect of your life. I
Absolutely.
never would have taken this step if we hadn't started together.
That's amazing. And now you're about to have a fulfilling career, time freedom, more time with your family, making impact in the world. Like that's amazing. And it was that one step and then commitment to yourself and to the process right throughout. Like let's not
Yes.
away.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You always say like keep promises to yourself. And that's been like the biggest thing is like I said I was gonna do this, so I'm gonna do it. If you start breaking your promises to yourself, it kind of spirals. But if you one day at a time, one small habit at a time, leads to big changes.
Love it. So Ashley, my last question for you is who do you feel like this program is best suited for?
I think, busy moms, younger women, older women, anybody who feels like stuck, if you've been in this sort of dieting pattern, like a lot of women feel like they have to eat, 1,200 calories in order to get here or do hours of cardio. This kind of program is for you. If you don't know what to do, how to do it, you've never trained before, and you're really good at like, building that shape. So, I was looking at pictures of it. So my 15-year anniversary was 2 days ago with my husband, and looking at my wedding pictures then at 23 to now at 38, I look better than I did at 23.
Oh, I love
So
that. And we're still going. We still have
yeah,
time.
and I'm still going, still changing. So yeah,
Oh,
I mean, this is good for any woman who's like doesn't know what to do, is stuck, and you're really good at working around people's schedules. So I know you have other clients who have like crazy, schedules. So yeah.
some people are like, "Oh, it's not a good time. I'm so busy." I'm like, "There's never a good time. The time is
It's
now." Like, stop making
yeah,
excuses. How much
100%.
And I think too, they think that it's adding something on, like, I don't have time for this. It's like, you don't not have time for this because the more diligent you are in your training regime and your nutrition, the more disciplined you are in the rest of your schedule, the more energy you have, the better you feel, the better the mood, the better mental clarity. It's like, it's costing you by not doing it. It's not taking away
Yes.
by adding it. It's giving so much. Yeah.
Yep. Absolutely.
Yeah, it's just like having a kid. There's never a time.
Right.
Right? Except now, just do it.
Yeah.
Anyway, thank you so much for sharing all that. And before we hop off and bring on Hannah, is there anything else that you just want to share or any words of wisdom or motivation that you just want to end with today?
Just if you're like on the fence, just do it. Just dive in because you will never regret it. If you don't do it, you'll always be wondering like, what could I have done? What could I have achieved? So just freaking do it. Like just make that commitment to yourself.
And a lot can happen in 6 months. If 6 months down the road, you're like, oh, I should have done it. It's like, yeah, you should have, because things would have been completely different. Like, take action. Action takers always win.
Absolutely.
Always win. Yeah, awesome. Ashley, thank you so much for being here. You've been a dream client. Honestly, I love working with you. And it's been amazing to see your journey. I'm so proud of you. And also massive congratulations for your training company. It's amazing.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Awesome. Have a great day.
You too. Bye.
All right, ladies. So inspiring, right? How do you guys feel after hearing that story?